The information provided in this video is for educational and informational purpose only. It's not intended as investment advice or a recommendation to buy or sell any financial instrument. All trading involves risks, and you should only trade with money you can afford to lose. I'm not a licensed financial advisor. The trades and strategies shown are my own opinions and are shared purely for transparency and learning purposes. So today we're trading Nebulous Group. And I usually have like a tons of lines on there, so I figured out that's probably going to be some distraction shit. If I was first starting, I've seen a bunch of lines on there, kind of just intimidate me off the rip. So what I did was I stripped it down, and I'm going to actually just start the process with you. So what I like to do is I start on the month view, and before we kind of get into it, I always kind of skip over things. I'm like, hold on, let me fix that for you. There we go. Get it back on there. So what I like to do is what I forget to do is tell you what I'm using. So I'm actually using TradingView. So if you created a free account, that's basically all you need. So you get the free version. You don't need anything fancy. Just jump in and start. There's no money, no fear of like what tech I'm gonna need. Just create a TradingView account and let's get busy. So what I kind of like to call my style or my edge or whatever you want to call it is a top down map. So I start from the month and then I go over here and I get my trusty horizontal line and I'm looking for support and resistance. If you don't know what support and resistance, you probably might want to look that up. So the best way I can explain it to you real quick while I am charting is support is what kind of like holds price up and resistance think of like a ceiling. So I like wicks. Wherever you see wicks that kind of double as support, meaning at one point this line held price up and resistance. So at one point it was a ceiling too. So prices are about right here. So I am going to use my horizontal line to do this. And I keep my horizontal lines purple. As you can see, is already on there. And that purple is for the month. So then you get the month line, and then I'm gonna want another month line. Think of a good area. So there's lots of wicks there. There's a wick there. So I'm gonna draw my month in right here. And as you can see, price is already kind of in between. It's bracketed in between there. In my next course of action, I go down to the week. And at the week, I can kind of like fine tune and get into more granular look. So each one of these candles are a week. And what the week does, it kind of like gives you more of, I don't know if you ever saw those little toys where it's a toy inside of a toy inside of a toy. This is the concept for going and drilling into the candles. So the biggest toy would be the month, and then the second biggest would be the week, and then the day. And you kind of get what I'm kind of going with this. This gives us a more granular look of what's inside of price and what's kind of doing. And I go get another line, and I think I like right here. And what I do for the week is I change the colors. So I go gray for the week. And then I put in WK in there. So then my next stop is the day. So I click on the day. And then I move that up, scrunch it in. And the reason why I scrunch everything in is because I want to see as many touches as possible on these lines that I'm drawing. That means that there was a level of a fight between the sellers and buyers. So I think this purple line, either if it comes down to it and bounces back up, I think price is going to be for right here for my first take profit. And take profit is just means where I want to take money once that line gets there. So if it gets to that point, and what I use for this is what's called a horizontal ray. So it's not as long as these guys, but I use it right about here, and that might be a little bit too far. Oh, sorry. Almost forgot the most important part is I go down to the 4 hour, because the 4 hour gives you even more of a granular look of what we're kind of like looking into. So if I feel like if price is going to bounce off this 72.50, and just bear with me because I know I'm kind of like jumping all over the place because I'm learning too. So we're all learning at the same time. So if price bounce back off of this guy, I got it coming right about here. And what I like to do with these lines is I use green if it's going up. So that's easier to see that okay, this is a profit. And what I also like to do is write in TP1. And sometimes I put in a bull because that's a symbol. That's what they say. It's like a bull run if it's going up. And if it's going down, then that's a bear. That's a bearish signal. So right there, you see the little bull. So I know if it just pops back up, it's going there. And my next course of action, if it goes past that, I think it's going right here. And again, we're going to put TP2 because that's my second option. I think if price runs past that, it's going up there. And we're going to put a little bull on this guy. So now we always plot for both endings. Like you never know. It's like it could be going up or it can be going down, but if it goes up or down, we're covered either way. So I think if it bounces here and it goes through, I think my take profit would be like right about here. I like that right there. It's my first take profit. And I changed these to red because it's going down and it's a bearish signal. So that would be this little bear guy here, and then TP1. And if it runs past there and it's on a downtrend, I got that as my second. And it might be too close sometimes, but you guys can tell me in the comments like, hey, what you like to do, or if there's something that I'm kind of doing and you're like, hey, that's not all the way right. This is kind of how I do it. I mean, I'm open to kind of advice from anybody and trying to build a community and trying to kind of figure out things together because I don't really know everything and I'm just trying to figure it out. But I figured, hey, if I'm charting and I can help somebody out and we can kind of create a community, help each other out, that's how things work and that's how things get going. So I'm going to put a bear here. That's TP2. And that's it.